Welcome to the last episode, Prince.
Thank you, Chairman.
Cool. I want us to talk about how do you see the role of COMETSA Club Radio Africa in further supporting you guys, the pioneers, in your adventures. And I'm fascinated by almost all of you. You are either doing a project somewhere or you have grown to a level of management leadership in companies and you are still on a journey further. So I will want, and I think having you guys in this project in touch, in the footsteps of the pioneers, we are contributing to that, but I want us to think a little bit bigger. And then secondly, I want to, as I stated earlier on, I want you to also reflect on how do we multiply and grow the family through the COMETSA Friends and Supporters Club, NPO, which is there designed to welcome anybody who likes what we do or has been part of us and want to remain part of us through this NPO of ours. And then, of course, the third point is how do we make sure that none of you, the pioneers, is left out there thinking that we don't have space for them in this big organization, COMETSA, that is now becoming the pride of Africa and the world.
You know, it's amazing. Maybe 20 years, 17 years ago, 2003, you spoke about this, that COMETSA will grow. And as it grows, it's imperative that as individuals we grow. And growing doesn't, like you said, it's not about education. It's about just being open to learning, being a sponge, willing to learn. And just coming back to the issue of how the radio, the platform that you have created will help. It's massive, Chairman, because now you have created a platform whereby you can even go further to say, okay, now we have finished the series of talking to the pioneers. Now we are going into a series whereby it's a melting pot of saying, as a COMETSA family, what are the initiatives in business and socially, and that can address our economic challenges, but also the unemployment, which is social and economic at the same time. Then we start now getting a lot of inputs, because what I love about COMETSA is because it's so versatile. It's not funny. When there is no skill set that you can find in COMETSA because of the versatility. So already there, in terms of the platform, the media platform that you have created, it gives an opportunity to have a guy sitting in Germany, whom you have worked so many years building the network for COMETSA, coming in and contributing meaningfully, and also looking from an outside-in point of view. Because sometimes when you are too much close to the situation, for example, when I make decisions about the villages, sometimes I can make emotional decisions which are irrational to business. But somebody comes out, because I remember when I was also fine-tuning what I'm doing, somebody came in to me and said, no, man, this doesn't make business sense. And then, so hence I'm saying that this platform gives an opportunity to see a guy in Nigeria. I know, for example, with the cooking oil example I used, you have got people in Nigeria that are running factories which are not so sophisticated, but they're still getting out the cooking oil in good quality and in good output, and they didn't spend a lot of money. So somebody might be listening in Nigeria and say, no, man, I'm listening to this through the podcast for COMETSA, being anchored by the chairman, Sam Tsima. Let me get in touch with these people and see how we work. So that is the advantage of the number of people you can reach and the expansion that is going into. Coming back to the COMETSA Friends, that is just what COMETSA has always been about. COMETSA, even now I know it is still there, structures in which you have got provincial chairpersons, you have got provincial secretaries, you have got provincial structures in all the provinces, in all the, I don't know how many organizations can say that, which are really just very active and getting the work done. COMETSA, all the, even including the agencies, the non-NPO agencies,
Yeah.
have got boards which are very representative. So where I'm going with this is just talking about the strength of COMETSA network. There's nothing that beats the network, because already when you've got an established network like COMETSA, you join the Friends Club, already you have got access to so many institutions, the partnerships that you have developed over the years. I'll make a simple one. You introduced me to the German Chamber of Commerce. How many companies are in the German Chamber of Commerce, and the many years of COMETSA's relationship with the German Chamber of Commerce? I'm just giving a very simplified relationship, which COMETSA is the outlet. But now, just because of COMETSA has been there, COMETSA is trusted. It's a brand that if they bring brand A and say brand A is our partner and we are COMETSA, the companies associated with the German Chamber, they look at you and say, oh, okay, he's coming with COMETSA. So already that COMETSA's Friends Club, NPO organization within the COMETSA umbrella, it's already a benefit to anybody who wants to venture into the continent, who wants to venture into the southern region, as the German Chamber is dealing with the southern region of the continent. So it's amazing. And then I think the third one you wanted me to touch on
is how do we make sure that other pioneers are not left out?
Yes, I think again what I like, Chairman, is that you are such a humble leader, because you are asking me questions which are there already in COMETSA. COMETSA creates social spaces which allows anyone to be very easily connected to COMETSA brand. You have got Lekgotla, which doesn't discriminate, doesn't have it doesn't say you have to have certain qualifications for you to become part of COMETSA. You have got the music side. The person might be an engineer but loves music and can be attracted to COMETSA through music. You have got sport. You've got so COMETSA already, through its own non-aggressive recruitment, it recruits people by its actions. You have got social space that just allows everybody. So anyone that is a pioneer who feels like, look, hey, these discussions are a bit above my head, they should just go back and look at the COMETSA's history. We will go to the doctor. I forgot the good doctor who was also, I think, a personal friend of yours from Germany, in Joburg. I forgot his name. He was one of the COMETSA people. He will come and talk to us. He's got a PhD, but then he'll come and talk to some of the guys that who are there, who don't even have matric, for example, and you impart the skill. So COMETSA has always been an organization that stretches. It can stretch to the level of the guys who are at your professor level. Like, for example, the people you engage who are partnering at the UJ and other areas. But it can also come back again to a village level and have those who have dropped out of high school and still make them part of the programs that COMETSA is trying to run. So for me,
there is also opportunity for the pioneers like yourselves to become COMETSA associates, and we are marketing it very aggressively. Also through the radio station. We've got people who are running their own companies that partner with COMETSA, and we give them opportunity to run projects. We call them associates. You become a member of COMETSA Friends and Supporters Club, and that's a condition, by the way. And then from there, you then can apply as Prince Leshiba Foundation to become an associate of COMETSA, so they can collaborate with COMETSA non-profit companies, even the profit companies, to tackle the needs of a client. So that's why I want us to think a little bit more aggressive now. It's no longer about, because you became a member of COMETSA and you became a friend of COMETSA, but now you become a partner of COMETSA, because there's just so much to be done. We all have the opportunity to do that.
It's amazing, Chairman, because of, if we can speak, we'll speak the whole day, because of my company, the umbrella company I use, and the very same strategies you used when I was at COMETSA mentoring me. My umbrella company is Princewood Empire, and other Princewood Empire, I've got all these other different companies. And the Princewood Empire is focusing mostly on the property side, where we buy properties in cheaper neighborhoods. We break it down, we build rooms which have got bathrooms and everything. I've got to meet meter system, has got electricity meter and all of that. So then what we will then do is that we manage them and provide cheaper accommodation, but security and all of that. So in so doing, going into the real estate space. So it's a lot of amazing things that.
It's already happening. It's registered. It's operating.
Yes, it's registered.
Wow.
Yes, it's registered where we look at some. For example, we are now in the agricultural side. We are looking at the land in back home in Waterport. We want to go into the tomato project. So it's very
wonderful.
COMETSA is the vehicle, and you gave us that confidence to say. Sometimes I will sit before I became. I will sit and say, how would the chairman do this? And I realized that action. You put in that action. So it's amazing how much COMETSA has given us, and those who feels like maybe they've been left behind. I don't think if they are really still remembering the values of COMETSA, they will remember that COMETSA is for everyone. I remember we'll go to the villages in Sikukuni. You'll have old women, our grandmothers wearing COMETSA t-shirts. They will be at the games. You will come back. There will be food. So it's COMETSA is for everyone, and that is the beauty about it, that everybody's got a role to play. I remember you also have traditional dancers.
Yes.
So it's almost impossible not to find your space in COMETSA, and it's almost impossible not to feel like you can be a part of COMETSA. So if you're a pioneer of COMETSA, you'll understand COMETSA is like an ocean. It's got many species, and all of them are equally important.
Wonderful. I think I will invite you back to the Entrepreneur Series to come and talk about that property business. And at the end of this show, you can still give, if there's anybody to work to receive messages and calls, can give that. Otherwise, we can reserve it for the next round when you come for the entrepreneur session.
We can reserve that because I'm reworking on my websites. Because of I realized that I was the organizations. So I was having websites, individual websites. So I'm linking them and also making the one, the Princewood Empire one, to be almost the getaway. So when you are in Princewood Empire website, you can easily go into the social corporate responsibility, which is the foundation and other things. So I think with the next session, then it will be easy for me to give a package that makes it easy for people to have a getaway from one platform that gives them the idea of all the things we are doing. Even though those institutions like the agricultural training and the manufacturing training will have individual websites, but to have one getaway is very easy. That once you go into the Princewood Empire, it then gives you opportunity to go into the rest of the branches that we are doing.
Beautiful. I can see there is a model there. Well done. And thanks for remembering your village where you come from. That's very important.
No, definitely.
Yeah. The last one that we're going to close with is a very difficult one, but I want you to give it a go.
Yes.
If you can go back into the tube and retrace the steps that you followed in the tube as you have been cooked, and then rewrite the journey in the form of a book, what will be the chapters? And if you can just in one sentence describe each chapter. How many chapters will it be? Will it have? And what will be the chapters of the book? And what will be the key theme of your book? But as I said, you revisit the tube, the COMETSA development tube, with the arrow dropping you, cooking you through the tube and dropping you into that sky blue favorable environment, and covering it up with the mind, the journey, the destiny slogan, so that you don't get rotten again.
It's a powerful question. It's a powerful question. As you were giving it to me, I just tried to put my mind back to say COMETSA. For me, COMETSA, I would say I am a person who likes imagination, and I would say the fascination of the destiny. And why I say the fascination of the destiny, I'll elaborate why the book will be the fascination of the destiny, is because as much as we say we are going to our destiny, but life in itself, just as COMETSA and other facets of life, it's a continuous improvement. It's a continuous improvement process. So you never really, literally, physically arrive. So I'll say the fascination of destiny, and then maybe fascination of destiny through the COMETSA method. You know, so the fascination of destiny, because of if you are fascinated, which means your creativity never ceases, it never stops. You will always be creative. You will always be innovative. You will always be looking forward to the next step. You will always be looking forward to be better. Because if the fascination goes, then there is no more desire to go to that destiny that you are aspiring for. And then the slogan for COMETSA is about working towards our destiny. But the destiny today might be to say COMETSA build university, but tomorrow the destiny might be that COMETSA build a trade center in Africa. So the fascination with destiny, that will be the name. In terms of the chapters, I'll talk about unlearn to learn. That will be the introduction chapter, because when I say unlearn to learn is because sometimes we come, and I also had the same problem sometimes where I thought I know a lot, and I learned to be around you, and I realized I didn't know much, and I became a sponge. So I will say the first chapter, unlearn to learn. The second chapter will be what is a journey? What is a journey? Because that will deal with the introduction. So I'll talk about what is a journey and what is the definition of a journey. Then the next one will talk about dealing with difference. I want to think of the indifference in methodologies, because of you are being introduced in the journey. What is the journey? But now you go into a space now where now you are introduced to the COMETSA system, and then maybe you're being raised in a particular way. Now, dealing with the indifference of methods, how do you reconcile how you were raised and then what you've been taught and the COMETSA culture? How do you reconcile that beside the journey itself being explained today? What is a journey? And then I'll go to the next chapter and talk about mental resilience. Why I managed to go and be a general worker, whereas I had been to a tertiary institution, is because I had learned that it's not what you do, it's not necessarily your title, but it's how you apply yourself. How you apply yourself, and I was taught that by COMETSA. So the mental resilience, because these days you find a child and you say to him, look, I've got an opportunity for you. I know you've got a BCom, but there's an opportunity for you to be a secretary at this company. And they say, no, I will never do that. It's not in my field of sphere or field. I'm wasting my time. And they don't realize that if you're going to be a secretary at Forbes, Alexander Forbes, and you did a BCom, then you are 1 foot in, but that requires a certain mental understanding of saying, I go there, I'm going to show them, and I'm going to make sure that I'm a winner. I'm not going to go there and be a receptionist, but I know I'm not a receptionist. But that starts in the mind. Your mental resilience, your mental conceptualization, you already imagine yourself with your office as an accountant already, long before they give you that opportunity to be there. But they think you're a receptionist, but you already see beyond that. The next one after mental resilience, it will talk about the issue of understanding your purpose. Understanding your purpose. Because of you, we've started in the beginning with the unlearn, and we talk about the journey, what is the journey? Then you talk about your. So now, what's your purpose? What's the issue of purpose? Because in COMETSA, you recognize that people are different. That is why COMETSA has got so many branches. You've got music, you've got that. That in its own, as a leader, it shows that you are aware that we can't all be soccer players. I can't sing, for example, but there are guys who can sing, who can play guitar. I can coach, but maybe I was not such a great soccer player, but for some strange reason, I could easily come up with plans how to play. And COMETSA showed that. So you make people to be consciously aware of what is their purpose, where do they want to see themselves, what do they want to do. Because without purpose, you'll be all over the place.
Wonderful.
And that is why, yes.
Beautiful.
So,
Yeah.
Yes.
Because it's very important to reflect and also construct. We went through the reflection, and then I want you to reconstruct, because there's knowledge in you. You must be able to package it to influence the future and other people. Thank you very much, Prince. I want you to say one last few words, and then I'll wrap up.
Chairman, I just want to say thanks. For me, it was a privilege to get to know you. I know I say this a lot, and what makes me happy is that I don't say it to you only, I say it to other people. I don't want one day to come to Skukuni and stand in front of your grave and start singing your praises when you are dead. I rather tell you in your face, not that I'm buying your face, but the reality is that some of us were very privileged to be in your space at the kind of corporate level you were at the executive level that you were at the kind of companies that you have been to. Because unfortunately, one of the biggest challenges we have as a black community is that most executives, once they reach a certain level, they close the door. They don't want to interact with what they will say is people lower than their level. And you interacted with us, and you didn't have to. And for that, I thank you. And that is why you see the seeds of COMETSA everywhere, because of your selflessness of giving so much when there was no need for you to give so much. So thank you very much for your selflessness and your service to the youth of this country.
Beautiful. Thank you very much. I'm honored, Prince, also to have come into your space, and I'm proud to see you having grown to where you are. And I always knew that there was so much energy in you that if channeled very well, it will deliver magic. And I'm fascinated by your ideas of your foundation. And please never drop those ideas, because there is a reason why you thought them through. And ladies and gentlemen, that was Prince Leshiba, a pioneer of COMETSA, who has really moved further in his life and is still happening. He was cooked by the COMETSA pipe. One day we'll explain that in detail, the COMETSA chup, and we are proud of that. We will be talking to many more others, and when we have spoken to almost more than half of them, I think the story of COMETSA and the pioneers will become almost like a book, and it will be very enjoyable for the generations that come after us to read or to listen to. Thank you very much. Goodbye, and we will meet again in another COMETSA interview with other pioneers. Goodbye to you all, and to you, Prince.
Thank you, Chairman.